Welcome to Gainesville, Florida, and the swamp, where, as they like to say here, only the Gators come out alive. This place is cranked up and ready for a big game today. And this is something rare and special. We're lucky to have number 1 versus number 2. The college football world stopping to watch how this game plays out. It's a potential playoff matchup, as we'll see the number 1 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Florida Gators. Ncaa Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. The Hurricanes will kick this away to get us going. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. It'll be tackled right at the 20. That's a good job by the coverage team. Welcome to Gainesville, Florida, and the swamp, where, as they like to say here, only the Gators come out alive. This place is cranked up and ready for a big game today. All of us feeling very lucky to be here. Number 1 versus number 2. It is built to this, and the college football world is just stopping to watch and see what happens in this game. Could very well be a preview of a playoff matchup, as we'll see the number 1 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Florida Gators. Ncaa Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. And the Canes will kick this deep to get us going. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Slides a quick throw. Impressive spin move. After second effort, he's brought down, but he's past the marker.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside, not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
The defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up. Well, Kirk, no surprise. You get these 2 teams on the field, and it's tight and competitive right to the finish.
Well, Chris, the last time these 2 teams met, remember, it came down to the wire, the very final few minutes. Sure hope we get another one like that today.
Completion makes it 2nd down. Here's that defense shifting again. Here comes a handoff. Tackled after a 3-yard gain, so it sets up a 3rd and 7.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Stopped short of the marker, so it's 4th down now. So on their first drive of the game, they'll go for it in their own territory. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Man, that is a gutsy call to go for it on 4th down in your own territory. But you can see that this coach is confident in his offense and going to their go-to plays that they call specifically for these situations.
And the Gators pick up enough yardage to get a fresh set of downs. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he stopped after gaining 4 yards, so 2nd and 6.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide. It can create some vertical seams for big plays.
They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play. Well, Kirk, you played in rivalry games. No shortage of inspiration, but how do you manage the emotion of it all?
Well, I think you need great leadership from the team. Sometimes teams don't handle the emotions of it, and the game can get sideways on you. The teams that play the best in rivalry games are the teams that have the best leaders to keep them focused on the task at hand.
Bringing pressure, trying to extend the play. The pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Miami. And the defense joins the party with a pick 6. And the interception taken to the house, a pick 6, potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick 6. And let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. They're trying to recover from that last possession. They had things going, but then a pick 6, a devastating play. They got to recover from that right now. And they'll stop him short of the line to gain.
Well, another short game for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. The sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Defense is coming after him. Runs through the defender. And he's brought down, but that strong stiff arm earned him the 1st down.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the 1st down marker is, picking up the 1st down.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
After a first down loss, it's 2nd and long from their 25. Same tailback, another carry. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29. So it's 3rd and long from the 29. Defense figures to bring pressure here. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Looking for his big tight end. It's complete. What a grab near the sideline.
What a clutch play here by this. On 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
So not what the coach was hoping to hear. Took a chance with the timeout to get the replay. We'll see if burning that timeout is costly down the road. The pre-snap motion from the offense. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down, 2nd and 1.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, the offensive line is completely occupied with that defensive front. That freed up that linebacker to shoot right through that gap and blow up the ball carrier. What a play.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Fires it to the wideout. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
This will be the 10th play of the drive, but it's 3rd and long. And looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Defense stops him short of the marker. So now it's 4th down. The Gators hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. 4th down. He's throwing for it. And they can't complete it. It's a turnover on downs. Defense stepping up there.
Oh, my gosh. A drop pass here on this 4th down play. Everything was perfect. The execution is there. The route is nice. The ball is on the money. All he has to do is catch it, and it's a first down, and he drops it. This one could come back to haunt him.
They'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. Tailback takes the handoff again. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. Pass rush closing in. The defense will wrap him up, but he's able to scramble for a first down and keep the drive going. The Canes come to the line to start a fresh set of downs.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first, keep this drive moving.
Here's the second down play. That's a design quarterback keeper. Minimal gain brought down short of the marker. Offense right to the line, cranking up the tempo. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Brought down at the 40. That'll be a first down. The Canes are going to keep this drive rolling. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived at the same time as the football. And now it's second down.
Well, I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
They bring him down, but not before he gets inside the 30-yard line. The Hurricanes come to the line to run the hurry-up.
Good job up front by this offensive line and good hard running for this Miami Hurricane back. He's doing everything he can to live up to the long legacy that the Canes have at this running back position.
First down here for this offense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Rhodes. Defense makes the stop after the completion. So a positive play, Kirk, with the crossing route. This is the defensive communication the coaches were worried about in this game.
Yeah, it really is a challenge in this call. When the offense goes with that deep crosser, the defense has to do a good job of communicating, really keeping their head on a swivel to understand who's coming into their zone. That time they just lost the receiver and they gave up a big gain.
Receiver makes the catch. There's the tackle, but first down yardage. The Hurricanes looking to take advantage of the red zone trip here. And here's the handoff. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback drops back. Running back has it on a screen now. Defense flies in. They make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. So the screen on first down is snubbed out nicely, and now they're behind the sticks here.
Yeah, the offense tried to fool this defense by going to screen on first down, but give the defense all the credit in the world. They're not fooled at all. Read that perfectly, able to chase that down for a loss.
Beautiful catch right near the sideline. Gets the foot down.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
An important third down conversion coming here in the red zone. Looking to throw yet again. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up fourth down.
How about the call here? They go with the screen on third down and short. You don't see that called very often. They're not able to even complete the pass, so no chance at a conversion. So we got fourth and short.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. Gators offense retakes the field. Remember, that last possession went for it on fourth down and got stopped, ended up costing them a field goal. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. They get him to the ground about the 18-yard line.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
Second down play coming up. The quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. That one falls incomplete, looking for a flag, doesn't get it, brings up third down.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
So let's see what they like here on third and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this first down. Brought down to the 23, good enough for a first down.
Well, this offense does such a great job of putting the threat of the quarterback and the running back on this defense. It puts the defense in a tough spot because it's really hard to take both away. This time, the quarterback gets out and shows you the speed he has as well.
To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Second down here, time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. Tackle, but first down. So we reach the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to get something going here and cut into this lead before halftime. The Gators pick up enough yardage to move the sticks. They'll try the option play here. They'll toss it to the back. Breaking free at midfield. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs. Well, the big fella's Kirk flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back. Just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right. And then once he saw the crease in the defense, accelerates through that hole to show you what kind of speed he has for a big gain and a first down.
Looking to throw it on first down. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
That ball just seemed to sail on him. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch in bounds, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
That play makes it 2nd and 10. Quarterback's got it on the option. Pitch to the back. He's pushed out of bounds after a short run. Not enough for a first.
With the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
They come to the line. A long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over, and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down.
He knocks this one right through.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. He'll call for the fair catch here. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. The last possession produced a field goal, but more importantly, it milked the clock. And they do that again. And he'll loft this one deep to the left side. Deep shot caught inside the 25. Into the end zone. Touchdown for the U. So it's still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now, Kurt.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Florida offense retakes the field. Not a whole lot of time remaining before halftime to cut into this lead. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's running out of time here. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
What a defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
He's going to take off here. The junior able to bring him down quickly. They get to the line in a hurry here for this 3rd down. Fighting off the tackler. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Touchdown, Gators. No chance to catch it.
Chris, we're still early in this football game. We're in the 2nd quarter. It's a critical touchdown to get their confidence to believe that they can come back and still win this game.
PAT up and good to get a little bit closer. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. And Miami offense is back on the field. Interesting position here. How aggressive do they get to try to add to this lead before halftime? They're going to run it here. Breaks the tackle to get back to the line.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Ball handed off. Gain moves the ball to the 34.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the 4th quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Try and muscle for the 1st down. And he is stuffed right at the line. I don't think he got it. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. And the Canes will line up to punt it away. Looking to flip the field here. They make the tackle as time expires. That'll do it for the 1st half. Minnows going to wrap up the 1st half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Gators will kick this away to get the 2nd half going. Here's the fair catch by the return man. Offense retakes the field. And they'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the mark, inches away.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook could really open up on second inches.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They're going to run it. Good enough for the first down to the 37.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Offense will set up on 1st and 10. Off the RPO, caught to the right. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. They'll take a timeout while they check it out. The Canes line up on 1st and 10 now. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Able to pick up just a couple of yards. That's good run defense. The Canes looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Ball handed off. Breaking free at the 35. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes. Well, the energy really building now, Kirk. If they're not careful, this could get ugly.
Chris, this offense has been impressive the entire game. And one of the great things about rivalry games is you'll never forget this kind of performance.
The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Now they get set to kick it away. Going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get it at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. They punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop him this time. Running back grabs it on a screen. And they'll bring him down. The defense fought through the blocks, and they stop him short of the first down.
A lot of times this can be a tough play to defend because you're so concerned with getting pressure on the quarterback. But here the defense does a good job of coming off of coverage and chasing down the receiver.
Pass caught. Second down now. And looks like the quarterback's going to run it. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, that's what we call assignment football by the defense. They took away the back inside, and there's a perfect play to be able to stop an athletic quarterback on the option.
Urgency now for the offense that hates to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. But it's incomplete, and that will now bring up 4th down.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Throwing for it on 4th down. Looking for the wideout. And the pass is batted down, broken up on 4th down. What a play.
Chris, I understand being down a couple scores, it's 4th down, you've got good field position. Hey, let's keep this drive alive. I understand why you go for it. Unfortunately, not able to execute it. This could cost him the ball game.
And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. The last possession was just old school power football. Let's see if they can keep that going here. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
The defense made a good play there, but needs to string along more stops like that against this running back if they want to be able to win this game. The run game has looked good in the first half, but maybe that won't be the case from now on.
Second down play coming up for this offense. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Tackled at the 1-yard line. Couldn't quite get in, but an excellent run.
Chris, that's another good run for him. He's had such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
The Hurricanes trying to punch it in. It's first and goal. Oh, and a flag before the snap. Looked like the defense jumped into the neutral zone there. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. O-line formation for the defense. And the quarterback will just sneak it here. And brought down at the line by that big defensive tackle.
I don't blame him. Go with the quarterback sneak here to try to pick up just enough yards for the first down. But, hey, man, give credit to that defense. They did not budge at all. They kept him short of the first down.
See if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his second touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. Gators offense retakes the field. That last possession, they got stopped on fourth down in their own end. Let's see if they can get it going this time. He's swallowed up at the line. Could not get past that big defensive tackle.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Play fake, he'll look to throw it. They trap him and sack him back at the 10.
Great call here by the defensive coordinator, sending that linebacker on the blitz, and it works out for the sack. And tell you, Miami linebacker play over the years, I would put up there with anybody in the country.
Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. He'll hand it off. Defense able to stop it. It's fourth down now.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
Fair catch is made, but there is a flag down, so let's sort this one out. So contact after the fair catch signal. It'll cost them. Line getting set up. It's a first down play. Here's the option play. He'll pitch it. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Maybe this stop is an indicator of what's to come for this defense. The offense, frankly, has been able to enforce their will in the first half, but maybe things are starting to change.
Second down after that previous play. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. EV's backing off from the line now. Fires it to the wideout, who makes the grab. Touchdown, Miami. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. The back's got it. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. They get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
Boy, this back is having some kind of game today. He just continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over 150 yards now, and this defense has no real answers in trying to keep him contained.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it here. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
We go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Play moves the ball to about the 45. That's good for a 1st down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
There's the handoff. Getting close to midfield now. They bring him down to the 47.
Well, let's give credit to the offensive line here. They went with a run blitz. The offensive line sees it, picks it up, gives them enough room to pick up some solid yards.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down. The offense stays on the field, down multiple possessions. Easy choice. Here we go on 4th down. brought down at the 40. That'll be a first down.
Well, that is another tough run by this back. It seems like every time they need the yards, this guy is delivering along with that offensive line. This time on fourth down, they are able to pick up the first down and keep this drive alive.
The Gators with 1st and 10 here. We'll keep it on the ground with the counter play. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
This guy has been dominant all afternoon long, but that time the defense has got to be asking themselves, where is that been? They finally get to him behind the line.
Now it's 2nd down here. This is becoming a long drive. Here's play number 9. He'll hand it off. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
Hey, where's that been the whole game? That's actually a nice run. It has been a tough day for this offense, but you know what? You love to see the offensive line and the running back still out there competing, trying to show the coaches that they're not worried about the score. They're going to go out and show their competitive spirit, and hopefully that'll help them down the road.
This defense just cannot get off the field. The long march moves on. And now the handoff. That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. 4th down now.
Chris, as this clock winds down, it has been a rough day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going. You hope they're able to go back, look at the film, try to learn from the mistakes, and come out the next week looking much better than they did today.
They're going to run the option. Pitch play to the back. Running with purpose. Tackle made, but it's enough for the first down. A well-executed option play.
Boy, that is some determination by this offense here. Picking up a new set of downs on the run. The call works out perfectly. You just needed 2 yards. You pick it up. Now you've got another chance at points.
You're pounding away with the running game. It's 1st and 10. And there's the handoff. 5-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
The offense just going to take a knee here. This one is over, and they can begin to think about how to improve. Let's be honest, all wins are not equal. You go in there and hammer your rival. You get bragging rights. That's